everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making a fresh, creamy garlic pasta. I really love this recipe and I hope you will too. It's really simple to make. Let's go to the kitchen. Here's the list of ingredients that you'll need. Feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot. So you'll need half an onion. I used a small onion because this onion was tiny. You'll need to dice this one up. I find this to be the quickest and easiest way to dice up my onion. You'll need 2 cloves of garlic. The easiest way to peel these is by pushing down on the knife. That way it crushes the garlic, making the skin easier to peel off. Somehow my garlic cloves turned into 3. To save time and chopping, I like to use my fine grater. If you don't have a fine grater like this one, you can always chop it. Now remember, we're cooking fresh, so we're going to use 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley. It really does make a difference to the flavour by using fresh parsley compared to dried parsley flakes. So make sure you dice up your parsley nice and fine. Next, heat up a tablespoon of olive oil in a fry pan over a medium to high heat. Add the diced onions, the garlic. If you're wanting to add bacon to the recipe, this is where I would lightly fry the bacon with the onions and garlic. Don't forget to start cooking your pasta at this point. I removed the garlic and onions from this fry pan. I then added 2 tablespoons of oil. Let that heat up and mix it around in the pan. Now you'll add 2 tablespoons of corn flour or cornstarch, whatever's available, and whisk that really quickly together. It's going to make a sort of paste. This doesn't take long at all to make. Then add 1 cup of chicken stock, but only add half at this point and whisk that in as quickly as you can. The next ingredient is half a cup of milk, but again only add half of that and then whisk that in until it's nice and smooth. As you can see, the creamy sauce is starting to get much smoother. This is where you'll add the remaining of the stock and also the milk. Whisk those in as quickly as you can, just to avoid lumps in the mixture. Once it was all mixed in, I took my whisk away, probably for about 30 seconds, and then I came back and gave it another whisk. I kept doing this until it started to thicken. As you can see here, my mixture is boiling and it's nice and thick. You'll need to remove it from the heat and let it cool for just a couple of minutes. As you can see, there's still a bit of steam coming from my pan, so it's still hot. Then I added 170 grams of Greek yogurt. This gives it that nice tangy taste. Give that a really good mix in so it's nice and smooth. You'll see that it also thickens up the sauce nicely. Once the Greek yogurt is all mixed in, return it back to the heat. Keep whisking it. And this is where we will start to add our ingredients. So we'll add half a cup of Parmesan cheese, our 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. You will also want to add the onions and garlics. I forgot. Anyway, when you add those onions and garlics in, make sure you whisk everything in. Also, if you wanted to add mushrooms to the recipe, this is where I would add it. If you wanted to add bacon as well, you can add it at that point also. I made this a vegetarian version as I made this meal for my sister-in-law, but I also made this recipe with bacon for myself and it was delicious. So here's the end result. This smells so good. You can smell the garlic in there. I can't wait to try this creamy pasta, so let's dive in. You can taste the garlic in there. The onion gives it a nice crisp crunch. I really enjoy this recipe. I hope you like this recipe as well. Please let me know when you try it in the comments down below. Remember, if you don't want to miss any of my delicious recipes cooked from scratch, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for tuning in and I'll see you next time.